Hi guys, so I wanted just to take a minute to go through a couple of tips that have been working for me in trying to connect with individuals so that we can start to share the products that we're using with Isagenix, how it's working for us, and hopefully start to serve other people, because that's really in essence why I do what I'm doing. It started off me just wanting to use the products and get the results, but then other people started to ask me what I was using, how I was feeling so great, and they really wanted some help themselves. Right now, coming out of COVID, still in it, so many people are really looking for some help, and I want to try and help you guys know how you can identify who does need our help and how we can start to approach them and get them involved in this, start to talk to them a little bit about the products that might help them meet their goals. So there are four main approaches I take, or tips and tricks that could help you, and I just wanted to briefly go through those one in turn. Feel free to shoot me any questions that you have afterwards, but hopefully this will be a helpful video that you can just refer back to in your own time when it seems useful. So the first thing when we're getting going with this that I like to guide people to do is to post on their private Facebook pages. I didn't really use Facebook much before I started doing this, and now I use it not only for Isagenix, but it's actually got me using it a lot more to share my life, or parts of my life that I feel comfortable sharing, with my family and friends openly on Facebook. Now, while I'm going to go through some of the things that you can do specifically related to Isagenix, what's even more important before that is that you are starting to use Facebook not purely for Isagenix. It has to be somewhere where you are sharing a little bit about your life with individuals. They can start to get a sense of who you are. If they're old friends, they start to reconnect with you by seeing what you're posting and getting a feel for what you're up to these days. If it's current friends, then it's just keeping them posted on what's going on. Now, again, I want to reiterate, it's up to you what you post. So a lot of us are very private. A lot of us have things that we don't want to be sharing. And so you pick and choose what you are comfortable putting out there. For example, I believe in surrounding yourself, when being what you want to be and being what you want to become, I like to think about positive things rather than negative things. I believe if I can keep the positivity flowing, then it helps put me in a better place and hopefully others around me. So I normally, and I like to try and take life lightly as much as I can, because often it can be a little bit tough at times. So most of you will see on my Facebook page, almost every day I try and post something that's motivational to help me feel positive. I try and post something that's funny to take us away from whatever might be potentially dragging us down on any given day. I do post about my family, more so me and the children, than I do about Ivan, because he's very private. And I know not everyone's comfortable posting about their families, and that's fine, in which case some people just post about themselves. Other people that I know, and this might be you who's watching this, might be involved in, for example, a dog rescue or animal rescue. Some of you might be involved in the gym like I am. I'll post about the gym. It's something else. Fitness is something else that I'm very interested in and that I'm involved in, and that actually is a job for me, although I tend to not think of it like a job. So put something else out there, because people want to see the real you. Who is the authentic you? That helps people connect with you and decide whether you're someone who is like-minded and who is someone that they're actually going to trust and take into account what you say about Isagenix. If you only post about Isagenix, or you only post about a business that you're involved in, a lot of people will just tune out, and you can't necessarily then help them when that is an area of their life that they need assistance with. Right now, someone may not need help with their health, but they may still look at my post because they find that it's motivating, or they like to have a laugh. Maybe 6 months or a year down the line, the health part may become important to them, and because they then are seeing all of my posts, they may reach out to me about Isagenix. So with Isagenix posts, you want to be consistent. You want to be posting. I post every single day about Isagenix at least once. However, you don't have to do it every single day. I would recommend you at least post every Wednesday and every Sunday if your other outside activities enable that. And that's because Sundays and Wednesdays are the days when most people look at social media. The time of when you post is also important, and I didn't realize that. I can't always adhere to the time, but I try and bear it in mind when I am doing my posts. The most prime time to post is between 6:30 and 8:30 p.m. at night, where most people tend to have finished their dinner and tend to be sitting down, maybe watching TV or winding down, or the kids may be in bed or doing their own thing. That's when most people will start to look at Facebook and have the more likelihood of seeing your post. The next thing I thought was a little bit shady at first, but now I understand the why. We try not to use the word Isagenix when we're posting. And if we're posting pictures, you may have seen I white out the word Isagenix on the products if I'm posting a picture of it, or try and put something on top of it so they can't see that, or crop it out. The reason isn't that we're trying to be secretive. The reason is that a lot of people will have a preconceived notion of what Isagenix is, or they may go and Google it, or they may go and look on Amazon and go and purchase Isagenix that way. The reason we don't want them to do that isn't because we want to make money from them. It's because if someone buys it any way other than through Isagenix, they will not have the 30-day money back guarantee. They may be purchasing products that are out of date, purchasing products that are no longer made, and they just don't have that safety net that we provide with Isagenix. They aren't able to be sure that they're getting good quality products that haven't been stuck in someone's house for a while. So that's the idea. I know that I am one of those people who, if I see someone's post, I'm probably likely to go and Google it before I reach out to them. We want people to have that interest first, then we can explain how we've used the products, what the purpose is, before we actually go into that it's Isagenix, to stop people from preventing themselves getting the benefits we know they can get from these products. So hopefully that makes sense. And what do we normally post, or what would I suggest that you guys post? 3 different things, and I suggest a variety. Sometimes posting about the products, sometimes posting before and after pictures, and they don't have to be yours. We feel they need to be ours. They don't, as long as they're authentic and genuine. It's okay for it to be someone else's before and after pictures. And the other thing is a power post. So what is a power post? This is when you think about your why. What started you using the products? Why are you using them? How are you finding them beneficial? So some of my power posts, and you often will see those on a Sunday night, refer to, for me, it was about me wanting to get health, wanting to lose the weight after I had Lily. Like, I really was struggling to lose the baby weight. Then it was that I now have children. I need to be around for them. I want to be around for them for a long time. And I'm an older mother, and therefore it's going to take a little bit more effort for me than it would have been if I was in my 20s probably. So I need to stay fit and healthy and do everything I can so that I can be around for them as long as I possibly can. I also need the energy to play with them. You know, I'm 47 years old. I now have an 11-month-old baby. God help me. I've got to get down on that floor, crawl around, and just have that energy. Then for me, it morphed into, I was able to start earning income from this. So then my why is, I want to have more time at home with my children. The income I've earned from Isagenix has enabled me to take more than 6 months unpaid leave from work, meaning my JP Morgan job. That's over $50,000, and that is crucial to me. I could not have done it without Isagenix. So I have so many whys now, and I like to share that because it's authentic, it's from the heart, and if it resonates with one person out there, then I may be able to help, even if it's just one person, fix an area of their life that they're looking to fix. Maybe it's getting healthier, maybe it's having more time with their kids or their family, whatever it might be. So that is a power post. It's coming from the heart. It's not just about the products, it's about why we're doing what we're doing and how it's impacted us in our lives. The products, when I post about them, I try and do products that I use myself. I think that's important. Again, I'm going to go back to authenticity. My kitchen around me here I have so many products that I use every single day, and I want to post about those because some of them, it may have taken me 1 or 2 years before I tried them with Isagenix. I didn't jump all in. I started with shakes and ionics, and that was it. But now I know more about the other products. I want to share my knowledge, and I want to share my tips and tricks for using them, why I use them, and how it's helped me. And the before and after pictures, I post that because that is what got me to reach out to Tiffany, who is my coach. I did not know Tiffany. She randomly found me on Facebook through some joint friend that we have, and now I consider her a close friend. So the before and after pictures were what hooked me in, and therefore I will post them in case that is what gets someone started like I got started. And I say hooked me in, and that could be taken in the wrong frame of mind. I was not sucked into these products. I wouldn't have gone into it had I not seen Tiffany post someone else's before and after pictures multiple times. I watched her posts for over 6 months before I finally decided this was something I wanted to try, and I was going to try it for a month, and that was going to be it. And 3 years later, I'm using the product still, and I've lost 2 sets of baby weight with it, and I have more energy, and I feel better than I did before, even in my 20s. So hopefully that helps a little bit about posting on our personal Facebook pages. The second thing is HHP, or Healthy Happy People. That is our private group that we should all be in and seeing posts in. I post in there almost daily. and there's a reason I post. It's not just that I want to share that information with everyone in HP. That is part of my reason. But if you invite someone to HHP, but you then do not post in HHP yourself, they will never see anyone else's posts in there either. Facebook is clever and it wants to know that you are associated with that group, and it needs to see that you are posting in it personally for that to allow the people you've added to see everyone's posts in it. So if you added someone maybe yesterday, maybe a week ago, a month ago, 6 months ago, but you never post in that page, they're not seeing those posts. The time when you post doesn't matter, really doesn't. It doesn't need be between that 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. It's for Facebook to believe that you are part of that group and to allow the people you added to see everyone's posts in there. So again, I recommend you post in there at least once a week. It also will enable those people you have added to believe that you actually are using the products, to see how you're using them, and again, to get guidance from you, but also to then see other people's posts, because there's some great ones in there. When you're thinking about what would you post on your private Facebook page or what would you post in HHP, this held me back for a long time. I am not inventive and I don't come up with different things frequently. I'm getting a little bit better, but nowhere near where I thought I needed to be. You don't need to be anywhere. All you need to do is start to save posts that you like, that you see and that resonate with you in HHP. I save them. If you're in HHP, let me see, where's my friend? Because I might be able to show you guys this. If I'm going into, gonna look in HHP now, I go to my groups and I go to HHP. So if I see a post that I like on here, I click on the 3 dots on the right-hand corner. So I click on the 3 dots and then options come up, and the first one is to save. So I will then save the post and I then save it to, I now have folders down here, which is where I determine where I'm going to save it to. I have an Isagenix folder. I have an Isagenix Power Post folder. I have an Isagenix Resets folder, an Isagenix Team folder, an Isagenix New Products. And that's how I can start to save posts. I build that up over time. So I've now been saving them for over a year. But I save the ones that resonate with me, and then I will pull from something that is at least 2 months old before I repost it, because I don't want to be posting something someone just posted yesterday. So I've saved them for a while. If you guys haven't been doing that, that's fine. Reach out to me and I will give you some of my previously saved ones that you can post. I sometimes tweak the wording, I sometimes don't. I was fearful for a while that I was boring people because I'm posting some of the same things over and over again. But the important part of doing that is you're continually adding new people into that group. Other people are continually adding new people into that group, and those new people may never have seen those posts before. So it's absolutely fine that we are posting things that we may have posted a month ago, 2 months ago, 3 months ago, or someone else may have posted, because not everyone will have seen it. So again, I can send you ones I have anytime you need or want them. You will not be bothering me. But from now forward, start to look at ones that resonate with you and save them down. Maybe create an Isagenix folder that you can then pull from. Those are also often the posts that I put on my private Facebook page. I just tweak them to remove the word Isagenix. I take the word Isagenix out of any pictures, and I may just rephrase it, reword it, so it is authentic to me. And so it makes sense to how I'm using the products and what it means to me and my family. Okay, so gone through all of that. The other thing is that when you do have anyone who is responding to your private page posts, or in your general life, it's someone you're chatting to at work or chatting to at home, friends or family, and they say that they have an interest in it, one of the first things that you want to do is say, is it okay if I add you to a private Facebook group? It's called HHP, Healthy Happy People, and it contains fantastic information and is a supportive community. You don't need to be using our products to benefit from being in that group. We try to help lift people up. We try to post, motivating, positive things, as well as informative product information. So if they say yes, then I go to the group again in Facebook and come out of here, click on that group, HHP, and there's a button, blue button that says invite. I click on that button to invite them, hit it. Now you have to wait until you know they've accepted that invite before you tag them on any posts. Otherwise they're not going to see anything you tag them on. Sometimes people forget or they don't know how to see they've been invited to a group. It would show up in the red bell on the bottom of their screen, and it would have a little red exclamation mark. And when they click on that, that's their notifications, and they'd be able to see that you've added them to the group. They'd be able to accept. Once they've accepted, and if you don't see that they accepted within a couple of days, you want to reach back out to them and say, just want to check, did you receive the invite? If not, let me guide you to where it is on your phone so you can accept it, because there's some posts I'd love to tag you in. Once they've accepted, the first thing that you want to do is you want to go to the announcements under HHP, scroll down to the bottom one that says welcome, and under comments, tag them. To tag someone, you use that @ symbol and then put their name in there. And you can just put their name, or you can put welcome to HHP, here's some great info, because that welcome page has some wonderful information for them. From that point on, anytime you see a post that you think would resonate for them, you can tag them in it and they will see it. Okay. So what is the third thing? The third thing is Facebook Messenger. And I didn't know this, and I never used Facebook Messenger until about a year ago, until I started listening to Tiffany, basically, and trusting that she knew what she was guiding me on, bless her. So if you don't use Facebook Messenger, Facebook doesn't believe that you actually know the people that you know. So if you never use Facebook Messenger, all of your friends, people you're friends with on Facebook, aren't seeing your posts. You could post 50 times a day. They're not going to see them, because unless you've used Facebook Messenger, Facebook does not believe that you're truly friends. So if you've ever wondered why you don't see posts from your friends, it might not be that they're not posting. You just don't Facebook Messenger them, and therefore Facebook hasn't made that connection. So Messenger, in case you're unaware, and I hope I'm not being overly simplistic here, but it's that white square with a blue circle and a white lightning strike in it. So I've learned now to create those connections and enable people to see what you're posting on Facebook, and to enable you to see what your friends are posting. Use Messenger anytime you're wishing someone a happy birthday. If you see multiple people posting on their Facebook page, do not post on their Facebook page. Do not respond to other people's. When you get that Facebook reminder, it's their birthday, do you want to post on their Facebook page? No, you go to Messenger and you say happy birthday or whatever when you say via Messenger. Now, is the world going to see that you've said happy birthday? No, but is that the reason why you're saying happy birthday? Hopefully not. Hopefully it's because you really genuinely want to wish them a happy birthday. So use Messenger to do that, and Facebook will believe your friends and will open up the floodgate to enable your friends to see your posts and for you to see theirs. Also use it anytime it's someone's anniversary. Again, no need to message on their page. Hopefully they'll see it when you hit that Messenger button and you use Messenger to do it instead. Again, because it's not about the world seeing what you're saying to that person. It's about you creating that genuine connection. The other way to make sure that you have that connection via Messenger is on Facebook. And again, I didn't do this until about 6 months ago. On Facebook, you can post in general on your page, or you can create a story, or when you post on your Facebook page, you can share it to your storyline. So you hit share, and then you can put share to your page or share to your story. So other people's stories are up on this top. You can scroll along and see them. When you hit a story and you want to respond to it, so you hit a story and you decide to comment, or I hit my own there, I don't want to look at mine. I go to someone else's, and if it says reply to and you comment on the bottom there, that goes via Messenger. So again, it's creating that connection between you and that person. As far as Facebook is aware, they will now see your post and you will see theirs. So the goal every day is to comment on 5 to 10 stories of your friends and your families. Not talking about posts down here, talking about clicking on something on that storyline, clicking in reply to whoever it is and typing your message in there, because that goes through Messenger and it creates that link. So many things I've learned through Isagenix that I had no idea about. So we've talked about using Facebook Messenger for birthdays, anniversaries, for the stories. When you click on stories, it automatically goes through Messenger. And then for resets or check-ins. So anytime that we're doing an 11-day reset, a 5-day reset, a new health and wellness push, I always go through Messenger to people who I think have indicated interest in the past. It just maybe wasn't the right time for them, or people I've reconnected with recently who may not even know that we sometimes do these. And I will send them a scripted message and I copy and paste, and I often use the same one because that's okay. We're not cheating anyone here, but you know, we only have a limited amount of time in our day. So I will copy and paste my message to people. Now, I'm always here to give you guys scripts. I'm looking at my phone because I save them under my notes. So at any time when we do a new one, I can just go back to my notes and copy and paste it and maybe just tweak the dates or the times. So I'm going to look down here and see if I have a couple of different ones, but I'm going to see if I can find one. So one I've used. So hey, hope you're doing well. Wanted to let you know that we're starting a new awesome health challenge group, and I wanted to invite you to join us. It's designed to help you achieve your goals, whatever they may be, at your pace, and help you create lasting habits and results. Let me know if you want in, or I might put let's see, and so many here. So excited for this Monday, time for a post-holiday reset. Here's a little sample of what's going to go on in this 5-day reset. We've got accountability support, delicious nutrition, snack ideas, meal suggestions, and shake recipes. What are people experiencing as a result? Here are just a few things: fat loss, muscle tone, kicking cravings, reducing bloat. If you want in, let me know. Or hey, hope your weekend's off to a great start. You know, I've been thinking of you. I'm working with a few folks like you that might want my help in gathering some accountability partners and products or getting more paid for. Do you want to partner with us? So again, I tend to send these out to people. Again, it doesn't have to be about a reset. Sometimes I will just reach out to people. Sometimes it's that maybe someone I know isn't interested now. They may never be interested, and that's absolutely fine. But I'm here and I'm interested to help other people they may know. So again, we may feel that we're limited in how many people do we know. This is how you broaden it. It's not just how many people do you know, but how many people do they know. So this is an example of a script I might send to someone who I know isn't interested right now, or who I don't think is going to be interested. Hey, I did want to ask if you happen to hear of any friends or family currently struggling with their health and wellness, to feel free to pass on my details. For anyone ready for a health reset focused on overall well-being, I share information on the nutritional program I use, and I help motivate them daily. My goal is to help people feel their best, gain energy, better deal with stress, decrease bloat, improve cravings, eliminate toxins, release weight, increase muscle, and improve sleep. Do you think you might have anyone interested? They basically get their health back or their money back because there's a 30-day money back guarantee. So again, think about, try not to make assumptions about who could be interested or ready for this program, because it's not always about them, but do they know anyone who right now is struggling, who we may be able to serve, be able to help? That's our intent here. It's to help people feel better and get where they want to be with their goals. So Facebook Messenger, that's the type of thing that we do. And again, I just had another example of a text here. Hello, I thought about you today and how it's been too long since we last caught up. How are you these days? When we use Messenger, it's not often about, and don't always feel, you don't have to go straight in with anything to do with Isagenix or this nutritional program. We should be using Messenger to create real authentic connections with our friends and our family. After a number of connections, or if we're reconnecting and rebuilding that connection, then that bond with someone, it might be a month or 2 months down the line that we might feel it's the right time to say, you may have seen some of my posts. As you can see, I'm passionate about health and wellness, and there's a nutritional program that's working for me. If you're ever interested in learning more, just let me know. It can be as simple as that. So not suggesting that you use Messenger to go straight in with an Isagenix pitch, because that isn't what we're doing here, not trying to sell something. But just know that use it to make those connections, and then see if somehow that introduces someone to Isagenix and it's the right fit for them. And then the Penny app. Penny app's fantastic. So this came along fairly recently. Isagenix has partnered with this company, and I believe it's free. I pay for an extra version of it, but you absolutely don't have to. The Penny app is something that, again, you can download it for free on your phone. I'm scrolling through to find it here. And if you can see on my phone, it's this top left-hand corner, and it's a blue box with a picture of a black silhouette in it. Penny app is literally a lady called Penny, who's your personal assistant. And the idea is that she's going to help you connect to people. We want to make sure, we sometimes know so many people. I think I have over 1,000 Facebook friends, and I would never remember who and when I've last reached out to, and how to make sure I'm making those connections frequently enough for us to really stay friends via Facebook. And this is kind of helpful, certainly through the COVID time when we were all stuck in our houses and couldn't get out. Now we're able to get out and a bit, a little bit more, but still nothing like we used to. Like my JP Morgan people still aren't back in the office. So if nothing else, the Penny app is just fantastic for trying to help us maintain connections with our friends and family during these crazy times. If it helps introduce people to Isagenix, boom, it's a win-win. So the way that I use Penny app is when you first download it, it's going to guide you through, and you can look up how to import your Facebook friends into the app. It will also walk you through how to import anyone you may already have signed up through Isagenix, because it automatically connects to Isagenix back office. Anytime you sign up new people, this will refresh and will pull those people in. You do not have to add them manually. You can choose to refresh your Facebook contacts frequently with this, or I simply, now having done that once, anytime I have a new Facebook friend, I will manually add them to my Penny app by going to, I click on More, which is at the bottom of my screen. I click on Contacts. I click on the plus button on the top right-hand side. I click on Prospect manually, and I key their name in, and I hit Schedule a reach out, and I normally will do the reach out a week later. But the best way that this Penny app works is that I go to daily. Now you can set up your daily to be, do you want to do an easy does it daily? Do you want to do a crank it up daily? Or do you want to do a freight train daily? And that just simply means it's going to decide how many people it's going to suggest you reach out to today on any given day. And again, I use the Penny app daily. My suggestion is that you use it daily. A lot of people are doing this, again, not just for Isagenix. This will help you maintain friendships and connections via Messenger. So it will give you a number of tasks to complete, and it will guide you through it and tell you, maybe reach out to this person, they're in the middle of their IsaBody challenge, they may be a week in or a month in. It will tell you, reach out to this person, they have an auto ship coming in 3 days or a week. It will say, reach out to this person, you haven't spoken to them recently. It will say, reach out to this person, they have just ordered the products, they're a new customer of yours, and their box is due any day now. So reach out and do a box opening. The box opening means either jump on Zoom or FaceTime with them, or on the phone or via text, and walk them through every product that they've got in their box and how you're using it and how they can use it. This will also just give you a list of names, and this idea, if they're on that list of names, is that you go to Messenger and you reach out and you send them a message. And then it will ask you whether you want to next reach out to them tomorrow, in 2 days, in a week, or in a month, or 3 months. And I normally do my reach outs every month. So this will guide me to reach out to everyone I know on Facebook at least once a month, because that's how I'm choosing to set it up. This is how, over time, you build the rapport, you build your connections with individuals, you get to know them again, they get to know you again. I'm asking people, how are you doing in this crazy times of COVID? How are you doing with your homeschooling? Because I care, because I'm actually quite a nosy person. So I do want to know this stuff. And I've loved how it's helped me reconnect. For me, I've actually had some lovely reconnections with people I know back in England, some of my friends I haven't spoken to in a while. And whilst I might periodically drop in there that I've got a reset happening with Isagenix or some new products, I don't push it. If they say, cool, great. Or if they say, okay, cool, but yeah, not really interested, fine. I won't bring it up again for months. But then maybe in another few months, I might just say, just again, if you happen to know anyone, let them know about me and how I can help them. I had a lot of fear that held me back from doing this, because I was fearful that people would feel I was pushy, that people would think all I'm trying to do is make money from them, or I was fearful that people would reject me, would reject my friendship, would never want to talk to me again. I haven't had a single person block me or not want to talk to me again, because I've used this method of reaching out to them and because I periodically talk about Isagenix. I have had one person say to me, if you're trying to sell me something, I'm not interested, please don't bring it up again, but I value our friendship and I'd love to connect with you on other things. And I said, absolutely, I understand, not a problem. And I will never mention Isagenix to her ever again, but I will continue to maintain our friendship and talk about other things. I have had one person say to me, I appreciate what you're talking to me about, I've got 5 other people doing exactly the same thing or something very similar, and it's just not something I'm interested in. And then we quickly moved that conversation on to other things. I have maybe 50% of the people I chat to give me radio silence. And for a while, I feared that that meant they were annoyed with me, they didn't want to talk to me, didn't want our friendship anymore. Didn't mean that at all. Maybe a month, 2 months, 6 months down the line, suddenly they would respond to a message I sent, whether it was an Isagenix one or not, and our conversation would start flowing again. And often they were reaching out to me saying, hey, thanks, I have actually seen your posts. I wasn't ready before, but I'm actually quite intrigued now. Can you tell me more? And I may tell them more, and then there may be 6 months more of silence. And then maybe 6 months later, they come back and they say, okay, I'm ready now. I'd like to try it. Or they may come back and just say, yeah, cool, not really interested, but, and then we chat about something else. And I've learned that my fear didn't really have any foundation. I was holding myself back from making connections with people. I was holding other people back from getting a healthier lifestyle. And I'm really, really pleased that I chose to try to overcome my fear. And try is that word, because we're always just trying. Sometimes that fear will creep back in, but then I try again. So guys, I'm hoping this has been helpful. The last thing that I hadn't touched on yet was adding Facebook friends. Again, something I feared. Didn't want to push it, didn't want to reach out to people I didn't know really well or who hadn't asked to be my Facebook friend. And again, what I found from going out of my comfort zone on this is that if someone doesn't want to be your Facebook friend, they will not accept your Facebook friend request. You haven't lost anything, but you may gain a friend and you may gain an ability to help someone with their health and wellness. So what I was guided to do and what's worked for me is when I have friends, Facebook friends, they're people I've met maybe at the gym, or they're people that I've hung out with before, that I hang out with frequently. I will look at their friends and I will see if there's people I recognize and people that I know who we maybe hadn't made that Facebook connection yet. And I will reach out to them and say, hey, good to see you on here. I don't know if you remember, but we caught up whenever it was. How are you doing? The other time that I might reach out to people they may not be people I've met in person, but it might be someone who is a gym friend, who goes to the same gym, who knows someone I know at the gym. And I know that we've probably passed each other in passing, or we have a connection with the classes that we do. Or it might be someone I know from Les Mills, which are the classes that I instruct. And it may be someone who I've helped as an assessor, or someone who I've seen on our Les Mills instructor group page. And we've just corresponded a little bit about a question they asked. I will then private message them and say, hey, I know we connected on this other group. You had a question about whatever. How are you doing? How are the classes doing at your gym? Or it might be me connecting with someone and say, how are you doing coming out of COVID? How's your business doing? Again, I've made friends with my hairdressers, with the people I go and get my eyelashes done with, people I maybe in the past had a facial with, whatever it might be. They're genuine connections because I care about how they're doing, but I would never before have thought about looking for them on Facebook and creating a friendship with them. So I encourage you to do that, because if you're not Facebook friends with them, they're not going to see your posts. They're not going to know about what you're using and what's working for you. They won't know to reach out to you when they have a health question or when they want to work on something for their health and wellness. If they're not going to reach out to you, they're going to reach out to someone else. And can someone else help them as much as you can? Does someone else have as good products as we do that we're using? So that's how it's helped for me. And I try to add one Facebook friend a day, one new Facebook friend a day. That's a lot. I started off with 3 new Facebook friends a week. But as I got the hang of this, and as I've realized that it's the power of connection, and as I've realized how, COVID locked us all down a little bit and it's nice to connect with people, I've been able to increase that. With everything I've said, you may think, oh my God, I'm never going to have time for all of that. I can tell you this, me doing all of this, I do it every single day, takes me no more than 30 minutes a day. That's it, 30 minutes a day. And that's why you will see people post about how they use this company, using the products, engaging in serving and helping other people, and how that has enabled to give them time with their family. It's enabled people to leave their other jobs to do this full time. So I know that's a whole other aspect of it, but that's where people are coming from, because this will take you 30 minutes. I actually do my penny app sometimes while I'm sitting on the toilet, and other times while I'm upstairs in Lily's bedroom. She's going to sleep. She doesn't want me to leave the room until she's actually asleep. So I'm sitting on the chair doing my penny app. or when we're sitting watching TV or watching film. So again, it doesn't take me away from my family, or I might be sitting out in the car, I'm about to go into the gym, go teach. For some of you, it might be when you're waiting to pick up your kids from school. Again, there's many, many opportunities we have. It doesn't have to be done all at once. It can be 5 minutes here and 5 minutes there, and it adds up. So now I shall stop waffling. I hope this was helpful, guys. If you have any questions on any of these components, let me know, but I can promise you this: if you do these 4 things consistently for a month, you will have people reach out to you who want to try these products and who want to give it a go. Be consistent, give it at least a month, all 4 things, and you will see the results coming in. So have a lovely day, lovely evening. Enjoy whatever you're about to get up to, and hopefully I will connect and speak to you soon. Take care. Bye.